Hello. Thank you for joining. Sorry about the delay. I was messaging a female. Hang on. Fuck me. There we go. There we go. Less than a minute ago. There we go. Downloading and applying the latest live roster. Please rate. Of course. Successfully supplied. Player program 417. Unlock the legend Bob Gibson in a new player program 421. Of course. I was going to do something. Oh yeah. So I could have audio a little bit, but not too loud. Oh, fuck. It says AUX. There's audio. And yeah, my hair was getting tugged a little bit. Cause I just woke up not too long ago. So. Yeah, whenever you hear a vibration, it's my phone. If I had the audio up, I would get copyrighted.
Yeah, whenever you hear a vibration, if I had the audio up, I would get copyrighted.
Oh no, it's going to demo.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball.
Exit. There we go. Continue from yesterday. Actually,
Continue from yesterday.
yeah, I'm thinking about this. Actually,
Hey, hold up.
what?
Just updated my treatment plan, okay?
Yeah.
And sheet. Oh shit. I'm sorry, I didn't know you were broadcasting.
Living room.
I apologize.
The calendar. Now we got 3. Before we get a break, we got the face against Oakland Athletics, the Aces. And that's 7:05. Actually, let me check my clocks real quick. Have I unlocked anything? No, I haven't. And I got even 13 days. Alright. Roll a cigarette. We're gonna squeeze in some situation practice. Let's see what. Yeah, I'm getting a cigarette rolled right now. So I'll be taking a note that whenever I end up ending my live stream later on, if there's no going to be disconnections, I will go live Monday and taking 2 days off from live streaming. So just letting you guys know, so that way I can do some play a different game, but also at the same time during some fielding. In fielding, you reevaluate on such things as your exercise, hit your throwing position. Run on first. First and first. We're up by 1 game. Nice.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Oakland A's and the Baltimore Orioles. The two men you see there go head-to-head coming up next. Stephen Worth gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy that is a little bit up and down throughout points of his career. A career ERA just over 4. When he's good, he can be really good. And when he's bad, well, let's just say he can be pretty bad at times. But it'll be interesting to see which one we see. He's a little bit of Jekyll and Hyde. Hopefully he's going to be a little bit more Jekyll than Hyde in this one here today.
Stepping into the box, Willie Quezada. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
Behind 0-2 now. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. He'll throw down to first, 1 away. At the plate, Marcus Semien, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And now a pitch on the way. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. And we could be in for a cold one tonight. 52 degrees at game time, but should see the 40s before we're through. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Mancini moving back. He gets there, and that's the second out. So stepping in, Anthony Clark. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Fouled off. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
Come on, ball, get on up.
Ah, bullshit.
Hey, 2 outs, 1 away.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Hard ground ball to third. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired.
Hey, no one down here.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson, the American League's Silver Slugger Award winner at first base a season ago. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. In there, a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
The 1-0 home. This one's down to third. There's one. On to first, and they get them both. So a man at third here with 2 gone. And up next, the ever-versatile Chad Pinder. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Started to go around, but it's ruled strike 1 anyway. With runners in score. Ready now, Anthony Clark. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result. That's his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll to him.
Now the 0-1. Hot shot to third. The tag gets one. Olsen. They turn the double play, and that retires the side.
Oh my God.
All set for the start of the inning. Striding into the box, Matt Chapman.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out. Ready for another chance? Chad Pinder. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Stewart will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Ready once again, Anthony Clark. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Liner in there for a base hit.
Find the ball.
And the streak will continue as he creeps even higher up the all-time list.
Hey, now into the 30s, D-Row. Do you think he starts looking ahead, thinking about that magic number, maybe getting it to 40?
Yeah, I don't think you ever worry about Joe.
Wow, and they end the inning with the caught. Jurickson Profar digs in next. He'll start us off in the 8th. Into center field, line drive base hit.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
1-1. Grounded back up the middle. Fielded cleanly to second for one. On to first, and they get the double play. At the plate, Anthony Clark. He singled his last time up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in the zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Good job. Drive him in right here. Here we go.
And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes.
Hey, keep it going. Easy right now.
From the belt, kicks and deals. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Looking up is the center fielder. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard.
Well, D-Row, you know, they say records are made to be broken. And what a...
Ready for another shot now. Willie Cazada looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. This one's flared toward left center. Fox ranges back, and he has it for out number 2. Next up for the A's, Marcus Semien. He's homered and doubled in 4 trips, so he's definitely been a factor. And he connects with it. This one's hit deep out to left center field. But that'll stay in the park as it's off the wall. And he is into second with a double, his third hit of the night. At the plate, Anthony Clark, and he always poses a threat, of course. One of the true superstars in the game today.
Nobody better. Right guy, right place. Roll it up right here, 2-ball.
Hey, come on, big guy. Need you right now. Hey, clutch up. Your turn right here. Hey, no one down here. Here we go, one time. Like
Here
a big
comes
dog.
the first pitch. A drive to left. Get out of here. Get out of here. Gone. They win it. Santa Maria. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. And with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Well, they say better late than never, and that's obviously something that he takes to heart as he puts a charge in one for a walk-off homer. Got to be the best feeling in all of baseball.
Well, the lineup was clicking for him in this contest, and the man you see there was a major contributor. For that, he's the top player of the game.
Yeah, he delivered with runners in scoring position a couple of times in this one. Finished with 5 RBIs, and that was obviously a huge factor in them claiming the victory here.
And tonight's 1-run game comes to an end, 6-5 the final. The Orioles used a 3-run ninth to help propel them to the win. Pedro Araujo gets the win in relief, his second of the year. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Our final line score tonight.
taking off.
Alright, later.
Yep.
Yes, I'm looking to upgrade my character. My player, actually. Hang on a second. How did I buy? Yes. Jump start. I'm just saying the price for stubs. I never bought any stubs.
For stubs. I
Oh,
never bought any stubs.
okay then.
Oh. Okay then.
So I really am stuck currently with what I have. I sat out, but we won. 14-4, up by 2 games.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Oakland A's and the Baltimore Orioles. Who's going to win this showdown between these two? Find out next. David Hess starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
This guy's a pretty good pitcher, and I was looking through the stats, and one thing jumped out at me: a sub 1.20 whip coming into this start. That tells me a couple of things. One, he's not afraid to throw strikes, and two, when he does throw strikes, he throws quality, and he still gets people out. It'll be fun to watch this guy work in this one today.
So striding in, Marcus Semien, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. High and tight here to begin the inning. It's ball one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special.
Now the 2-0. 3-0 now. Altogether a fine afternoon for baseball. 66 degrees the game time temperature. And that one misses as well, so it's a poor start here this afternoon as it's a 4-pitch walk to get things going. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. And something to watch out for is whether or not he'll be able to extend his 8-game hitting streak.
Hey, nobody away.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Patrick Johnson.
Yeah, Dan, we got Patrick Johnson behind the dish, and a fairly standard strike zone most of the time, but he's definitely a pitcher's umpire.
I always felt like this. He'll give a little bit on the corners, both inside and outside. I think he's a fair umpire, but I would rate him more as a pitcher's umpire than a hitter's umpire.
He's having a really hard time finding his rhythm and finding the strike zone. It's going to allow this offense to keyhole him in big situations. He's got to figure it out pretty quick.
Come on, big guy, stay hot up here.
Strike called, 2-1.
That's an impressive pitch right there. If you're willing to throw a changeup on 2-0, that tells me that's a pitch you feel really confident with.
Semien aboard here at first with nobody out. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Got to find a way to get back in his zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
Clark will settle under it to make the play for the first out, as the runner will have to head back to first. Now to the plate, Anthony Clark. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first.
Stay hot now. Let's go, kid.
Here's the pitch. Hard on the ground towards short. And that finds its way through for a base hit.
He looked a little bit out in front right there, but he's able to pull that ground ball through the hole for a single.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Pedro Cortez. And for him, you have to think a turnaround is coming. Clearly not going his way of late. And a fastball's in there for strike 1. And Dan Dero, these A's, as they begin play here this afternoon, fair to say they're not playing their best baseball right now.
I'm not supposed to be doing this today. Walk out first without my wallet. Come back, got my wallet. Got all the way up there. Realized I forgot the bus pass. Something tells me I should not be doing this today.
Well, you gotta wait until Monday.
Say it again, I didn't hear you.
You gotta wait until Monday.
Monday?
Because buses are running on Saturday schedule.
Okay.
No bus is going to be running on weekends.
Alright. I'll buy us salads tonight.
Alright.
The big ones? I'll get us salads tonight.
Alright.
And I'll do the shit Monday.
What time is your appointment?
3:40. It's a phone call.
I would suggest the earliest. No, you got all day because you need to wake up before 10 or at least before noon. And you need to head out.
Well, I'm still sleeping and you're awake. Wake me up. Okay?
I'll wake you up about 9 to 10.
That's fine. That way I can get out there, get it done, and get back.
And you got plenty of time to relax until you
Exactly. No, like I said, something's telling me I should not be doing this today.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was the first one. When I stepped out the door without my wallet, and I went like this, stepped on the ground, and I could usually feel my wallet or the chain brush me when I do. I didn't feel it, and I went, shit! I'm back in the house. Got my wallet. Lift out again. Got all the fucking way up there. All the way to the bus stop. And I went like this, I'm like, fuck! Like I said, just something's telling me I should not be doing this today.
yeah, and I'm live streaming. You're cutting into my gaming plan.
Huh?
You're cutting into my game plan. I'm
Sorry.
live streaming. Oh my God.
5 of their last 6.
Hey, he's right here one time.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1 and 2.
Hey, one pitch right here. One out.
And a curveball swung on and missed, and a great call there as the inning is over. For the Orioles, still no score.
Leading off for Oakland.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Clark is to his left as he puts it away in the alley for the first out of the inning. Back with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the Cal Berkeley product Marcus Semien is the first to bat in the inning. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Hit back up the middle. A jumping catch at second for 1. On to first, a double play. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. In now for the O's, Anthony Clark. He reached on a single in his first try.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Hey, hit this seed right here.
A 1 pitch on its way. Swung on, and this ball is hammered. Forget about it. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a solo shot here to left center field. Number 25 for him on the year. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Well, if I was the manager, I would tell my pitchers to work around this guy. I mean, he's hit 3 home runs against them in this series. What more do they need to see? 4, 5? Jeez, enough is enough.
Anthony Clark will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far.
You're down now.
The pitch. Hit hard down the left field line. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Digging in once again, Anthony Clark. Already a pair of long balls on his line in this one, so we'll see what else he has in store here.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat is second home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit.
And here's a dive by the center fielder, but it's off his glove.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
This one's down to third. Chapman brings it in. Far for one. Back to first, and a costly at-bat there as the possible tying run is erased on the double play. A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. Oakland jumped ahead in the 7th inning and never gave the lead back. Paul Blackburn. We are under the bright lights tonight as MLB Network welcomes you to this presentation of Major League Baseball. We celebrate Jackie Robinson Day with a great matchup between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Major League Baseball on MLB Network coming up right after this. John Means, Kansas-born left-hander, will be doing the pitching. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matt, this guy keeps his team in a ball game. He's won 2 of his last 3 starts, so he's been throwing the ball really well. And one of the keys for this guy is getting early outs to keep his pitch count down. If he can do that, he should be able to get into the 7th or 8th inning in this one here today.
Now in the box, DJ LeMahieu, and we are set for baseball here this evening. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball one. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately, 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates.
Digging in, Anthony Clark. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Now the pitch. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to left, and that is 27 for him on the year. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
Yeah, we always talk about how important it is to spot your starter or run or two early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
Stepping in, Xander Bogaerts. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Working for the punch out and the offering. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Stewart is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side.
Welcome back. The Orioles are set to hit here in the 3rd inning, and hit is something they've done very well this season. They entered the day's contest leading the major league in home runs. And talking with some of the hitters during batting practice, they said home runs are a big part of their game, but it's not something they're going for when they step into the box. They said as long as they're attacking good pitches to hit, their swings will oftentimes do the rest. Guys?
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Striding forward now is the DH, Jimmy Palmero. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. And he'll lay off a fastball here in a good spot. Into the box now, Anthony Clark. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that's been the entire offense so far.
And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit. So it's a ground ball single to left for him here, his 2nd hit tonight. And as you can see there, he currently leads the Orioles in that category. Digging in, Pedro Cortez.
Now batting. The third baseman,
Let's go, kid.
Pedro Cortez.
Let's go right here.
He's set. Here it comes. Ball 1.
This is why pitching is so difficult. You're cruising along to give up a hit. Now you've got to lock in and get this middle part of the order done.
Hit on the ground to 3rd. Throw over to LeMahieu at 2nd, and that'll do it. Here now is Rafael Devers as we begin the top of the 4th.
The third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but it's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Clark is right there. 1 down. Now at the plate, Leury Garcia comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Leury Garcia.
And he popped him up. De La Rosa onto the grass. He's there to track it down. Anthony Clark will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Fouled away.
There you go. See it up. Let it fly.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And it's fouled away.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Hard on the ground towards short. Bogarts has it. And the throw to first is in time. One gone.
Bases are fucking loaded. And there's one out.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And the score from third, the tying run. Striding in once again, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Really?
And it looks like they'd rather go after the next guy as the intentional walk signal comes here with 2 away.
Yeah, well, when a guy's swinging the bat as well as he's been, this is a smart move. No reason to tempt fate out there.
Need you right now. Make something happen.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Pedro Cortez.
Third baseman, Pedro Cortez.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he misses ball 4. So now that potential tying run scoots up 90 feet to third base.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news? A single probably drives in a couple of runs.
The set and the 1-2. Swing, and he pops him up. And this should get him out of it. Bogarts is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tight rope. Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Boston Red Sox came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Rick Porcello. We are under the lights this evening. Jeffrey Ramirez, the right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy's been throwing the ball great. How about in his last start? Only allowed 3 hits, worked deep in the game to get the win, and we'll see if he can match that in this one and make it 2 good starts in a row.
Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come in playing reasonably well of late, though they have dropped their last 2 in a row.
Yeah, Matty B, we're looking at a team right now. They're just playing some average baseball through 4 games of this homestand. They split at 2-2, D-Row, and I think they expect a little bit more.
Yeah, and you don't want to be playing average baseball in front of your home fans.
Standing in, Anthony Clark. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Into the corner and slicing foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. This is line to left. And this is going to get down and head for the 333 sign. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Hey, there's a bullet off the wall. The outfielder does a really good job of getting that one in quickly, but I think they had a play there at second base.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, Dan. I got to believe you're busting it out of the box.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Orioles leave 1. Striding in for Boston, Guy Forbes, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A bouncer up the middle. That's through for a base hit, and he's 1 for 2 now.
I'm shocked he got it.
So digging in now, Anthony Clark. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, guys, still the only hit in this game so far. They've been pretty well shut down. Guys on the mound have really much controlled the whole outcome up until this point.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, number 28 on the season,
Orioles.
as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0
I don't know when you
lead.
posted that, but thank you. And you're welcome.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a
I understand why it's not posting on
There it
here.
is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits.
Digging in now, Jorge Bonifacio. Devers, a runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. That's popped up. And that's in there, base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single.
Why did I not
Stepping up
get
now,
that?
Rafael Devers. He's 0 for 1
That was
thus
not
far.
even towards me.
Liner toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, after that hit right there.
Ready to take his hacks again, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
We all know this guy's a real good fastball hitter. We saw how far he could hit one. He got a fastball that he liked, and he turned that thing around, and it got out of here in a hurry.
Well hit, but also well fouled into the seats and left. The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
You trying to hit me with that fastball, bitch?
5th inning here of a tie ball game, 4-4. Now a swing and a deep drive to left, and it ain't coming back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. A solo shot here to left. His 2nd home run of the game, as they will take the lead here. It's now a 5-4 ball game.
Well, he's as hot as anybody in the game right now, hitting a homer yesterday and 2 more today. They need to rethink whatever strategy they're using to pitch to him, because he's killing them.
In now, Pedro Cortez.
The third baseman.
As he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one.
All right, here we go now.
And he fouls this one off. And the pitch.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball and he can't catch up to the express.
Into the box now, Russell Hitchcock. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game.
Come on, let it fly right here.
This is flared out towards second, and this is taken for the out. So they pick up a run on the solo home run, as that'll give them the lead. 5 innings complete. It's the Orioles 5 and the Red Sox 4. Miguel Castro takes over to start the 6th inning on the mound.
For the Orioles, number 50, Miguel Castro.
Top half of the 6th about to get started. Digging in the switch hitter, Nico Goodrum. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Fouled off. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Anthony Clark. He's looking to go 4 for 4 with a base hit right here.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at bat, his 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if
high in the air and deep to left center field. Looking up is Benintendi. And it's gone as they add still another. So a solo shot here to left center field. His 3rd home run of the ball game, and it's now 6-4.
Wow, you have a great night in hockey. You score 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick, and that's awfully hard to do.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Right fielder giving chase. He gets there, and that's the 2nd out.
Well, it's getting more and more common in baseball now these days to use a ton of pitchers to get through a game. And it took 6 here to get the job done. But, hey, they'll do whatever they can to get a W.
7-4 is the final score in tonight's game. The Baltimore.
Oh, come on. We're right on their heels. Holy fuck.
MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. A good one on tap for you this afternoon between the Boston Red Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. Major League Baseball on The Show is next. Stephen Worth, a native of Minnesota, gets the starting nod. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, 5 full innings for this guy in his last one. You couldn't really consider that a powerhouse outing. He was able to get a no decision, but I'm sure he and the team are looking for a lot more in this one today.
And that sends DJ LeMahieu into the box. And we are ready for some daytime baseball.
The second baseman, DJ LeMahieu.
First pitch of the at-bat. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike one. Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, Manny, we're taking a look at a team right here, D-Roll. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
2-1 now to the Boston leadoff hitter. Our temperature at first pitch and even 70 degrees here this afternoon. Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
Let's get it going, boys. Somebody's loose, hitting 98 with ease in the first inning.
Come on now.
In now, Anthony Clark. 10 RBIs already for him in the series, having picked up 6 base hits. Hard on the ground towards short. Gloved by Bogarts. LeMay here for 1. On to first, and they turn the double play.
Boy, and that's a great play there at short.
Stepping in, Leury Garcia. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Center fielder on the run, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first. So a man at third here with 2 gone, and that brings up the third baseman, Rafael Devers. Here's the 1-2. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. 1 left for the Red Sox. Home half of the third coming up. No score.
Welcome back. The Orioles are set to hit here in the third inning, and hit is something they've done very well this season. They entered the day's contest leading the major league in home runs. And talking with some of the hitters during batting practice, they said home runs are a big part of their game, but it's not something they're going for when they step into the box. They said as long as they're attacking good pitches to hit, their swings will oftentimes do the rest. Guys?
Thank you, Heidi. Coming to the plate now, Benito Jimenez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Jimenez.
Hey, no one down here.
The pitch.
1-0.
And that brings in Xander Bogarts.
The batter, number 2.
Both teams with just 2 hits apiece thus far.
Bogart.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the right fielder. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they leave the bases loaded. Into the box, Anthony Clark. 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
Like the pen up there, huh?
Here comes the first pitch. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. Number 31 for him on the season, as the Orioles have come back to tie this one at 2.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits...
Ready to take his hacks again, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Fouled away. 2 runs, 4 hits, 1 error thus far for Baltimore. And it's fouled away. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. This is hit high and deep out to left. Looking up is Benintendi. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as the Orioles move in front here 3-2.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfect.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Nico Goodrum. He's 1 for 2 in the ballgame. Lifted in the air to shallow center field. Clark is there, and he'll put it away to retire the side. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. Still a 3-2 ball game.
Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Baltimore rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Stephen Worth wins his 3rd of the season. Hector Rondon closes the door for the save, his 5th of the year. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Wackney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Afternoon. For the victorious Orioles, 3 runs, 6 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base.
I got ground out. But other two times I was at bat, I got home run. Now I got a long series ahead of me. A long series. I'll show you what I mean. With no breaks at all. 4 game. Starting. Now we're going on to 4 game home. Road games. Then we're going to be at home for 6 games and then back on the road. Like literally. There's no breaks except for the 2nd to 16th. Which I'm flying through this like nothing, no. 16 to 6 for my record, which is good. I haven't faced the Yankees as of yet, but that's coming up. Right here. May 13th, and that's a Friday in 2022. I am gonna do something real quick. Hang on. I'll do catcher. Secondary position is catcher. We need them to lose.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland A's. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Daniel Mengden gets the ball for Oakland in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, we're going to look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Mengden isn't considered by many to be a power pitcher. He doesn't strike out a ton of guys, but he's usually very effective as starting pitchers go. One of those guys that uses his defense and makes the opponent put the ball in play.
Matty V, not all pitchers are going to be
he's slow.
Even though this guy is a power pitcher, he pitches primarily down in the zone, and he looks behind him and he sees 8 fielders with the glove. He needs some help. He's not going to strike a lot of guys out, but he needs some help from his defense.
I got it.
So coming to the plate, Anthony Clark. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AP. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is...
Two-way now.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and Jurickson Profar will be the next to bat. Now a swing and a ball popped in the air back behind short. Alberto is there, and now batting Anthony Clark. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Oh, high, deep. That is a moonshot, folks. A long home run. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, number 33 on the year, as they've pushed this lead up to 9 now.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means.
That'll bring up the power hitter, Matt Olson. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now here's the pitch. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty to end the inning. Back with more Monday Night Baseball following this. New inning set to get underway. Ready to take his hacks again, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Me. I got it.
And the 6th inning opens with a flyout, 1 away. Standing in, Anthony Clark. He's 1 for 4 for the game. Now a shot toward the gap in left center.
Nice shot. You got it, boy.
Go hard, go hard, go hard,
And
go
this
hard.
one will bounce into the wall.
No runner, cut home.
Baseball is a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
No question, he's swinging the bat very well of late. And when that's the case, you can't wait to get in the batter's box. Definitely the case in this game. That's his second base knock. This one for extra bases.
That's now. And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that. Here's Jurickson Profar. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
And that's into the gap and should be extra bases. And he's going to make it there, barely, as he's into second base with a double. Striding in for Oakland, Julio Lane. The 1-1 home. Grounded back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they're content to play station to station here as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out. So striding forward now, Austin Romine, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. And obviously looking for the ground ball here as this misses low. It's 1-0.
When you're hitting in a situation like this, you have to find a way to slow your heart rate down. The pitcher's the one with all the pressure. You're looking to keyhole something middle of the plate and drive some runs in.
Takes this the other way to right, and that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. 1 run is scored, and the stop sign will smartly go up at third as they hold the second runner, and they'll again be loaded with still nobody out.
The batter, number 10.
Stepping in now, Marcus Semien. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far.
Hey, come on now.
And that's in there for his strike 1-1.
I got a ball, 1 strike. Come on, big guy. Come on, buddy.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Below the zone, a swing and a miss.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
The 1-2. And he popped him up. Here comes Mancini. He can't get to it. This one's down. 1 run scores. And the second run will score as well.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb, but now he's got 3 ribbies to boot.
Miguel Castro comes on now in an awfully difficult situation as there are 2 on here with nobody out.
Now batting, the third baseman.
And that'll bring in Matt Chapman. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. His prior history in this matchup, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. A ball and a strike to count to Matt Chapman. Castro, a 27-year-old. He's in the midst of his 8th major league season. Good pitch there, had him a little out in front. 3 runs already home here. Hard sinker misses, 2-2.
Hey, see you to rip it up there.
This one sinks low and a touch outside. It's a full count, 3-2.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
fielder, Steven.
So that'll bring up Steven Piscotty as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike one. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far.
All right, one more time, right here.
0-1, here's the pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
Come on, roll it up, Bob. Right back up the box. Let's go.
1-2 now as that one's fouled off. Romine on second. Semien is over at first with 1 away. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2 ball, 2 strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
He's set. Here's the 2-2.
3 balls, 2 strikes.
Looked to me like he tried to do way too much on that 2-2 pitch. You don't have to come into the zone on that count.
Coming to the plate now, Travis Shaw. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. High in the air and drifting out to shallow center. Clark is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So they do get 3 that inning. That's the good news. The bad news is they leave 3 men on base. We played 8 full. It's the Orioles 11 and the Athletics 4. Digging in to try it again, Julio Lane. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Swing and a little blooper to center, and that's going to fall for a base hit. He'll come home with it. And not in time as the run scores.
Everything done right, Dan, on both sides, the defensive side and the offensive side, to send him, and the outfielder made a strong, accurate throw, but that runner was safe.
No doubt about it. That's one of those where you got to be aggressive as a third base coach. You know the outfielder has a strong throwing arm. You're taking a lot of things you're trying to get through a decision to send. A good send in a close play, but it all worked out.
Austin Roma.
Hey, no outs here.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. And this is hauled in on the run for the out, and he had a lot of ground to cover to get to that one.
Well, the tone was set for this game from the very first inning. They came out absolutely banging the ball around and took that great start to another notch in the win column.
12-7, the final score in this ball game. The O's scored 12 times en route to a win tonight. Mariano Vasquez wins his 3rd of the season. Daniel Mengden was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Ought to be a good one here between the Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland A's. It's Baseball on the Show, and it's coming up next. Todd Leahy, a hurler from South Carolina, will be the starting pitcher in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
So stepping in, Jimmy Palmero. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And Dan Dero, this Oakland ball club entering play here tonight. 4-2 over their last 6 games, including a win last time out.
Hey, Manny, we're taking a look at a team right here, Dero. Through 5 games of this homestand, they're 3-2. I know they were expecting more, but they'd like to win this one here today and get that up to 4-2 on this homestand.
Yeah, this is an important one right here. You don't want to go 500 first 6 games, especially at home. On the road, you can deal with it. At home, this is a must-win.
Very mild temperatures as we begin tonight. 58 degrees here at first pitch. Now at the plate, Anthony Clark is back in the starting lineup for this one after sitting out last night's game. From the belt, the pitch, and he fouls this one off. De La Rosa on at first, nobody out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, but it bends just foul into the second deck. 0-2, here it is. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Into the concrete staircases and gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. 34 home runs now on the year. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits in the basket. Runs scored in ribbies. Runs scored in ribbies. And this guy's the best in the business right now.
The third baseman.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Pedro Cortez. And as you can see, he has been slumping offensively. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, Dero. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you can see some definite confusion on the faces.
Ready to take his hacks again, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up.
Hey, get us a ground ball right here. Here we go.
First pitch on its way, and they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 1-0. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his second home run of the game as they stretch the lead to 5-1. Leading off the inning, Willie Cazada, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Lots of baseball left in this one as we're still early on, but you don't want to fall too far behind. They're already down by a bundle, and one of the things you want your leadoff guy to get on and set the table for the big boys to start driving in some runs.
Clark has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out. Striding in, Anthony Clark. 2 home runs in 2 at-bats so far, and looking to add to that here.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in 1 game. His last at-bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pick him.
Oh, and he can't come up with it. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run's in to score from third. It's an 8-1 ball game. And his game of hide and seek.
Come on, you dumbass!
Anthony Clark will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Into the corner and slicing foul. None out, runners at first and second.
Hey, let her fly, let her fly.
Fouled off.
Hey, have a rip like you can. Here we go.
Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes.
Here you go. Let her fly right here. Hey, see them driving here?
Out in front here as this one scorched foul to the left.
Here we go. Hey, come on, big dog. Get your pitch.
And he might have another one as this is hit high and deep out to left. A leap, but it's off his glove. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left, his 3rd home run of the ball game, as they just continue to pour it on here.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night.
Anthony Clark will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game, as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. Gone. It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left, his 4th in the ball game as the blowout continues.
Well, there are good days, and then there are great days. When you hit 4 home runs in a game, I think you can say that's a great game. This has been incredible to watch.
That had some bounce to it, too.
And next up will be Franklin Barreto. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning.
Franklin.
Line toward the alley in left center. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And the throw in gets away from him. And the 2nd run will score as well.
Well, maybe the tables have turned a bit. Earlier in the game,
Anthony Clark will stand in yet again, and he's looking for history now. We take you back to his last home run. This was his 4th of the ball game, and it needn't be said that 5 in a game has never been done before. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the 9th is proving unfruitful. Settling in now, Marcus Semien. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. He makes the catch, and the Orioles are back in the win column again as they take Game 3 of the series, and the ball game is over.
Well, that wasn't exactly a nail-biter, but it's always nice when you can get an offensive explosion like that and save your closer for another day. A comfortable victory.
17-5 the final in this one tonight. The Baltimore Orioles launched 6 home runs as a team in the ballgame. John Means notches his 3rd win of the year. Todd Leahy was slapped with 8 earned runs as he takes the loss. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Time of the ball game, 4 hours and 19 minutes.
Yeah, she made a comment.
Interrupt your game while just trying to talk something out with you, trying to figure out what's going on with me right now, because
We got
things
no
are not
marbles.
working.
Got no marbles.
Nothing going on. Me out there will say the same thing. We all suffer from 2 words.
Fungio? What? Oh, like that. I didn't realize you were playing the actual game I was looking at. Yeah. It's a video game. Huh? Yeah. Overall 82. Nice. That's actually pretty damn good. 667 average.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Orioles and the Oakland A's. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Frankie Montas is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the A's. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Yeah, man, he's going to look to be a little bit better in this one. You could say scattering hits, allowed 9 hits in his last start. His stuff is much better than that, and he certainly isn't going to be able to give up 9 hits in this one if his team expects to win.
At the plate, Jimmy Palmero. He will lead this one off today.
The designated hitter, Jimmy.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Stepping up to the plate, Anthony Clark. He'll get to take his first cuts here.
Anthony Clark.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And no one will get this one. Down the third baseline. And that's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third. Digging in, Pedro Cortez. First shot for him here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago. Grounded to third. Throw far for 1. Relay to Olsen. They turn the double play, and that retires. And that'll bring in Ramon Laureano. He's hitting .333 in the series, 2 for 6.
Number 22.
Lifted into the air to shallow center. Long run for the center fielder, and that'll get down for a base hit. Around second. He's on his way to third. And he's in there at third with a 1-out triple.
The right fielder,
A 1 pitch on its way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And he will score on the sacrifice fly as he's in with our first tally of the ball game. Here's Jurickson Profar. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Clark is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ramon Laureano. He scored after tripling in his first plate appearance. What's he got in store for us here? Hit back up the middle. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in.
Now at the plate, Anthony Clark. He reached on a single in his first try.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
So another multi-hit game for him as he's aboard here in the top of the 4th inning. And as you can see there, he currently leads the Orioles in that category. He's set. Here's the 0-1. A pitch out. The throw. On a great time to pitch out as he'll be thrown out easily at second.
Wow, that's a big-time throw.
Digging in and looking for more, Ramon Laureano. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. The 1-1. Hard hit ball to second. He couldn't quite get high enough to pull that one down. It's into right center, a base hit. And they'll put the brakes on that runner at third, and that means the bases are loaded now with 2 away. So the bases are loaded here, 2 men gone. And up next, the outfielder Stephen Piscotty. Line towards center field. And this is down for extra bases, and with 2 outs, this might get them all home. And to score is the runner from first. Now a 5-0 lead.
As a manager, you have to give your starter every opportunity to work his way out of trouble, but I think they went with him maybe 1 batter too long. The bases loaded double blows this thing wide open, and the starter's probably on his last legs now.
And he dives to make a spectacular catch. What a play there to end the inning. Worth a second look here, as this is a beauty. Ready now for Baltimore. Anthony Clark. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wait.
There's a swing and a ball hit in the air, and a ball that he got every stitch of, as that one, without a doubt, is gone.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records.
Ready to take his hacks again, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Out in front of it, strike one. Palmeiro is off at first with 2 away.
Clutch up for us right now. Return now, no better.
High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. And gone up into the second deck.
Man, not an easy thing to do.
Jurickson Profar digs in next. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle. And that'll get by into center field for a base hit.
You don't see that too much in today's game.
Yeah, they needed him a little bit earlier in this one, but he takes the mound in the 8th and records the final 4 outs. 4 outs.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight we've got a good matchup in store between the Chicago White Sox and the Baltimore Orioles. It's Orioles baseball, and it's coming up next. Stephen Worth will be on the mound for the series opener. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
And the next to bat will be Tim Anderson. And we are set for baseball here this evening. First pitch of the at-bat. Underway now on a Friday night as the first pitch of our series misses for ball 1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium, focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W, and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
High pop-up. And he'll put this one away for the first out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Ready now for the White Sox, Yolmer Sanchez. 1 for 3 back on Wednesday.
Yolmer Sanchez.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Stepping into the box, Anthony Clark. And the Orioles looking for more here in this game's opening frame.
One pitch. Here we go. Let's go.
First delivery to him on the way. Swing, and there it goes. He got all of that ball. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. So a two-run shot to left center, and even 40 home runs on the year for him now. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Boy, this guy just keeps going on. His 40th home run of the season, and he's not done yet. He keeps this up, he's definitely going to be in a conversation.
Now at the plate, Anthony Clark. He hit a two-run jack in his first at-bat.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles on that.
And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. So it's a solo shot to dead center, his second of the game, as the O's have extended their lead now 4-0.
Hey, I've seen a lot of things in my time, but I'm not sure I ever remember a player this hot. 2 home runs yesterday, another 2 home runs today. He could market and sell whatever pregame meals he's feeding.
At the plate, Anthony Clark, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in one game. His last at-bat, his second home run of the...
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. So to the plate is the White Sox DH, Rob Mock. High in the air out to center field. Clark is camped under this one, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. We go to Anthony Clark will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game, as he was off to a fast start indeed. Palmeiro at second, Fox at first, 1 gone. Fouled away.
Hey, one away. Your pitch here, squared up.
Line toward the alley in left center. And a dive, but it rattles in and out of the glove.
Hold on right here. Cut.
And they'll quickly get it in here to hold that runner at third base.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Whip is there. Let's see if they test it. And there will be no advance here. It's a wasted opportunity as the bases remain loaded with 2 away now. Ready now, DJ Stewart. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. Pulled toward right center field. On the move is Taylor. And he makes the catch as just the 1 run comes across. Stepping into the box, Yomer Sanchez. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Mancini moving back. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
A 5-0 finish tonight. The Baltimore Orioles hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the... MLB The Show's coverage of Major League. David Hess gets the ball for the Orioles in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Here's a guy that numbers can be a little bit deceiving. He has a whip in the 1.3 area and above range. It's a little higher than league average. He's been a little bit inconsistent. One good game, one bad game, but don't let that whip fool you. This guy's a much better pitcher than that. And if he brings his A game, he could be awfully tough in this one.
Well, guys, these Orioles entering play today. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, this is the big one right here. They've split the first 2 games of this series. You want to steal one right here and be feeling good about yourself.
Yeah, Dero, I think one of the things you want to do, you get to the 3rd game, you'd like to win this series and finish it off by winning game 3. It's always nice to win a series, whether it's at home.
At the plate, Anthony Clark, and you can see great numbers over the past few games.
Anthony Clark.
High in the air, carrying well out to deep center. Looking up is Taylor. On to the lawn and gone. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 42 on the season. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already.
Striding into the box, Spencer Witt, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder giving chase. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. Whiteside. So striding in, Anthony Clark. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And it's a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. This is line to left. And Delmonico settles under it for the catch for route number.
Hey, any way you can.
Set now for the bottom of the 5th. Ready once again, Anthony Clark. Line drive to center field. Taylor has to roam straight back.
God damn it!
He has it for the first out.
Well, we've mentioned it.
Anthony Clark will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. Back goes Taylor to the track, to the wall, into the bleachers, and gone.
Well, this guy's been unhittable all year, but eventually we knew somebody would get to him. That's the first home run he's given up all year. But like all good... Well, this one had its moments of drama and excitement. In the end, these guys came away with the victory and look on to the next one.
7-4 the final finish today.
Line out, 2 line outs and 2 home runs.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. Should see some great battles out of these two next on the show. John Means gets the call for game 1 of the series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty D, we're getting a chance to look at a guy that's been like white hot. How about a whip under 1.00 in his last 3 starts? Not a lot of base runners, and that usually adds up to a lot of success. Let's see if he can continue to do that in this one here today.
In now, Billy Hamilton. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Underway here in the Monday opener as the game's first pitch misses for ball 1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they come in playing well. 6-3 over the last 9 ball games, including a victory last time out.
Yeah, Matty, we had a saying in Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs, but good approach at the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line, this team swung the bats well. I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
A cool 40. Digging in now for Kansas City, Adalberto Mondesi. And he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Hit high and deep to right center. Long run for the center fielder, but he can't get there, and it bounces over the wall. Now to the plate, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Hamilton is under it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third, as this should get him on the board. And they are on the board with the sac fly, as this is now a 2-1 game. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. Lifted the other way to left center. Center fielder on the run. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Kansas City, as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. In now for the O's, Anthony Clark earned himself an RBI with a sac fly his last time at the plate. And it's fouled away.
Let's go, kid.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Swing, and there it goes. Deep to left field. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to left. Home run number 44 on the year, as the Orioles have come back to tie this one at 2.
Boy, talk about when you're hot, you're hot. Hits 2 bombs yesterday and another long bomb so far today. When this guy gets hot, he's near impossible to stop. I'm not giving this guy a pitch anywhere close to him.
So next to the plate for the Royals, Adalberto Mondesi, as we begin the top of the 4th.
Adalberto Mondesi.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing, and he pops him up. Fox ranging into the outfield. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning. Ready for another shot now. Whit Merrifield, 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. Lifted out towards straightaway center field. Long run for the center fielder, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Nice approach by the bat.
Right here,
digging in once again, Anthony Clark, and we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. Oh my, this ball is crushed. Where will this one end up? And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. A 3-run shot down the line in left, his 2nd home run of the game, and just like that, it's now a 5-2 ball game.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive.
Now in the box, Roberto Perez.
Number 55, Roberto Perez.
The 1-1 home. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Center fielder on the run, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Digging in, Anthony Clark, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here.
Yeah, that last at bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
The 0-1 pitch. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone as they add still another. A solo shot here to left, his 3rd home run of the ball game, and the lead is now 7-2.
Well, you have a great night in hockey. You scored 3 goals, and that's a hat trick. But how about hitting 3 home runs in one night? That's the baseball equivalent of a hat trick.
In is Jorge Soler, and his guys need him to get things started here in the top half of the ninth. Liner toward right center. He leaps, but he can't get it. It's down for extra bases. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Always nice to get the first game of the series, but even more so when it's in front of the home crowd. Seems to energize everybody the rest of the series.
And this evening's ends at a 7-2 finish. Baltimore used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. John Means earns win number 4 on the season. Kyle Hendricks struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plezak, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter.
687. Nice.
We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Ought to be a good one here between the Kansas City Royals and the Baltimore Orioles. Orioles baseball coming up next. Jeffrey Ramirez will be the starter for the O's in this contest. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Here comes perhaps the fastest man in baseball as Billy Hamilton strides forward to get this ball game underway. Trying to bunt his way on to open the ball game, but he misses it for strike 1. Guys, the Orioles, as they begin play here tonight, they've had it going the last 10 games. They're 7-3 over that stretch, including a win last time out.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 out of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
1-2 the count to Billy Hamilton. Not a bad night to bring the parka along. 54 degrees at game time. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
That strikeout was all about setting the hitter up with hard stuff. You can see the first 3 pitches are coming in fast, and then he slows it down on the 4th pitch, knowing the hitter is sort of conditioned for the hard stuff. Yet another way to upset a hitter's timing.
So now to the plate, Matt Duffy.
The third baseman,
As he'll take a tough pitch on the outside part of the plate for strike 1. He'll enter play here at an even 250. 2 home runs and 11 RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Time for a look at the umpires working this one. Behind the plate is Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
And that's the 2nd out.
Not a lot you can do with that pitch. That fastball just ate him up inside and gets the soft grounder for the out.
With Merrifield next to hit. A couple of hits for him in 4 trips to the plate last night.
Merrifield.
First delivery to him on the way. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
1-1 the count now. And the pitch. Can't catch the corner away with the fastball. It's 2-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk. The left-handed power bat of Greg Bird digs in now. He was responsible for both of his clubs.
Hang on, I gotta pee.
Runs batted in last night's ball game. Throw over to the bag. A dive, but he's back. First pitch coming. Here it is. Fastball in there for a called strike. Merrifield, the runner at first with 2 gone. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I know this guy has a lot of weapons on the mound, but what makes him so successful is that he's aggressive in the zone, getting ahead, forcing action.
Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2. From the belt, the pitch.
Oh, that's off the plate for ball 2. One time, right now, kid. Here we go.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out with a 2-seamer, and the inning is over. Royals leave 1, and now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. At the plate, Jimmy Palmero. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Orioles, the designated hitter, Jimmy Palmero.
Pitch on the way. Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss. Stepping in, Anthony Clark. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now he extends nicely, and this ball's driven to right field and deep. And it's gone. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Home run number 47 thus far, as the Orioles are now out to a 2-0 lead.
When this one left the bat, I thought it was going to be an easy out to right, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and the right fielder gave it a great effort and almost brought it back, but no dice.
Into the box, Pedro Cortez.
The third baseman,
Just able to get a piece of that for strike 1. Cortez, a native Pennsylvanian who was selected in the first round back in the draft of 2019.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
There's one, huh?
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2. And that one misses badly. It's ball 2. And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
It's never easy to rebound after serving up a 2-run shot, but that at bat was a good indication to me that he isn't letting it get to him. He went right after him for the strikeout.
And here's the big right-handed power threat, Trey Mancini. And he fouls this one off. Looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive.
Come on now, here we go, guys.
The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
Lays off the slider that time, 2-1.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty, but hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
2 balls and 2 strikes to Mancini now.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch.
That was kind of a gift to the hitter. He's up there probably thinking of protecting on 2-2, but when you launch a ball that high out of the strike zone, it's obviously easy to take that one.
And a good fastball swung on and missed for strike 3, and the inning is over. So 2 runs on 3 hits, including the home run. No errors and no one left on base. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Orioles 2 and the Royals nothing. So here's the Royals DH, Dennis Davidson. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing at that one.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best 2-strike approach either.
Standing in now, Ricky Schnell. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one. The 1-0 home.
2 balls, no strikes.
1 out, nobody on. Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0. And he misses here for ball 4. Already 2 walks surrendered in his first couple of innings of work.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks at bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
Into the box now, Salvatore Francisco, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one.
Francisco.
From the stretch. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
As this game progresses, I don't think he's going to want to miss in that spot down the middle of the plate.
Somebody, I don't know if you've heard it in my stream, but somebody said swing, batter.
Right now, so he's able to get away with it.
And he struck and missed.
It's 1-1. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and the inning is over. Around the horn they go. 5-4-3 to end the threat. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. Now plate, DJ Stewart. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And that's by him. It's 0-1. Billy Hamilton digging in now. This guy's still looking at a 0 in the hit column. One strike offering now to Hamilton. Grounded back up the middle. And the Royals are in the hit column.
Hey, I can't imagine that's a pitch he was looking for right there. But he did.
Ready to take his hacks again, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to follow up the 2-run homer he launched over the wall last time up. Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And out of here. And I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Digging in, Anthony Clark, already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here from the stretch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Hamilton is back to the warning track, and he's able to put it away for the second out. Into the box now, Woody McClellan. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. On to first, and they get them both.
Oh, that's a rally killer right there. They were in great shape with 2 on and nobody out, but the double play is the last thing you want in that situation. Just a runner at third now, but there's 2 outs.
Ready for another chance? Cam Gallagher, 0 for 2 for him to this point. No runs, 3 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. Hit back up the middle. And that's through into center field, base hit. The runner from third comes across to score as they try and chip away at the deficit.
Yeah, and they say better late than never, and that's definitely the case here. They couldn't get anything going through the first 6 frames, but they scratched.
Anthony Clark will stand in looking for home run number 3 as we take it back to inning number 4. And this was his second home run of the game as he's been dialed in so far in this one. And this is into the gap for his 3rd hit of the night, and it'll be good for extra bases. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Boy, there's a long drive bullet off the wall right there, but the outfielder does a really good job, Hero, of getting that one quickly and getting it back in to keep him at first for a long.
And the tag is on him to retire the side. With Merrifield next to bat, it was a walk in his last trip. Comes set, and the 0-1. Line towards center field. In there, a base hit.
Pick it up.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Ready with the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
So the home crowd will have a pleasant drive home afterwards as their guys have taken the first 2 of this 3-game series. A win tomorrow, and they can break out the brooms.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. Baltimore jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Jeffrey Ramirez with his 4th win this season. Hector Rondon records the save, his 8th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line.
So a big moment here, and standing in, Anthony Santander. And he does so representing the possible go-ahead run.
Hey, right guy, right place. Here you go. Hey, one away, one away. Hey, all right, here we go now.
He's set, and the pitch. He's running. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. Short hop, but they got him. Great pick and tag to catch him trying to steal.
Wow, that's a big time.
Here we go, boys.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Melvin Rodriguez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Slapped hard the opposite way, but this will hang just long enough for him to run it down. A one-run finish today, 5-4 the final score. The Royals led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Scott Barlow gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Stephen Worth. We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Baltimore Orioles and the Texas Rangers. Texas find themselves on a 5-game skid. They'll try to get back on track next. Domingo Francisco will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, when you dive into the numbers with this guy, he's a pretty good strikeout pitcher. Just under 9 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. So I would expect him to punch out quite a few guys in this one here today.
And now the designated hitter for the Orioles, Jimmy Palmero. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year.
Stay hot, huh? Hey, have a rip like you can. Here you go. Get in right now.
First pitch on its way. First pitch of the ball game misses here, and that's how we begin this 4-game weekend set. And fellas, you take a look at this Rangers team entering play here tonight. They come into this one in need of some kind of spark.
Hey, plays out one right here.
Standing in, Anthony Clark. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Now here's the pitch. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. So a solo shot here to left center field. One shy of the magic number now. 49 home runs thus far. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly. Just like that, they take the lead.
Up next for the Rangers, Bradley Freeman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Fly ball out toward left center field. Mancini moving back, but he won't get there. It falls in. So he's aboard here on the 2-out single, but overall, this is one of... Striding in once again, Anthony Clark. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Oh, and he gets a hold of this one as it's in the air to deep left. Does he have another one? He does. It's another home run. So a 3-run blast to straightaway left. His second home run of the game as the O's have extended their lead now 4-0.
Oh, man, it's so rare to see a guy put up 50 dingers in a season, especially in recent years. Well, he just did. It's been incredible to watch. What a season.
So digging in now, Elvis Andrews. 0-1, here's the pitch. Liner towards second. Oh, and this deflects right off him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Boy, after that base knock right there, Devo.
So next to the plate for Texas, Willie Calhoun. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pulled toward right center field. Stewart moves to his right and puts this one away in the alley for out number 1. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up Joey Gallo. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Nothing across here this half of the inning. We're through 5 here at the ballpark. It's the Orioles 4 and the Rangers nothing. Anthony Clark will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his second home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away. Digging in now, Bradley Freeman. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
And the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs. Stepping in, Anthony Clark. He's already got 4 RBIs in this one. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Now a swing and a deep drive to left. Left fielder looking up. Gone to lead off the inning. A solo shot here to left. His 3rd home run of the ball game as the Orioles have opened things up now 5-0.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's...
So here's the left-handed bat of Rougned Odor, looking to change his fortunes here. 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts so far in the game. Swinging a soft liner, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now.
Yeah, and they know this is going to be a tough stretch on the road. To win the first game of the series has got to feel pretty good. Something to build on for tomorrow.
A 6-0 shutout to finish off tonight's game. Baltimore get the win on the heels of 4 home runs. Mariano Vasquez earns win number 4 on the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac. We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Orioles and the Texas Rangers. Texas attempt to end a 6-game losing streak. Next.
Hang on, let me pause it. I need to check my battery life. Alright, I'm at 2 bars. Hang on. No notifications, go.
Chavez gets the starting assignment for the Rangers in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty D, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
At the plate, Jimmy Palmero, and we are set for baseball here this evening. First delivery to him on the way. Swing and a line drive. Oh, this will be taken in at second base. Good positioning for the first out. Stepping up now, Anthony Clark is coming off a 3-home run game last night. So we'll see what he does for an encore in this one. He's able to ride this one high and deep toward right center. Back goes to Shields, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double. And he will creep ever closer to that record, as you see there. This hitting streak has reached epic proportions now.
D-Row, this guy is just amazing right now. He's just swinging a magic wand, and it looks like there's no end in sight to this streak.
Yeah, you can't think of anything else. This is national news right here. This is all anybody's talking about. When you start getting into these numbers, almost 2 months, and you're challenging Joe DiMaggio and the 56-game hit streak, it's all anybody should be talking about.
Really?
Tag for 1.
Come on, you dumbass.
Coming to the plate now, Anthony Clark, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set. Here it comes. Oh, and this fastball is belted to deep left center field. Does he have enough to get out of here? Yes, a home run. So a 2-run shot to left center. Home run number 52 for him thus far. And the Orioles surge ahead 2-1.
Well, D-Row, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put this...
Back to the top of the order now. And up to bat next, Delino DeShields. Liner towards second. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow. Into the box, Anthony Clark. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm a bit surprised to see the bullpen inactive right now.
Yeah, I'm with you, Matt. Even though he's pitching a...
Now here's a fly ball. Well hit. Looking up is DeShields. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. Solo shot to right center. His second of the game as the Orioles move in front here 3-2.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time.
So coming to the plate, Anthony Clark. 2 home runs and a double to his credit thus far. Having quite the game. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Hit sharply on the ground. And a sliding effort there, but he can't get a glove on it. A base hit.
Man, talk about having a good game. Like most guys, this would be a good week. 4th hit of the game, and 2 of those D-Rose round trippers.
Yeah, he's going to have a smile on his face for a while here, Dan. These are special nights. You have to enjoy these. These don't come around often, and he is taking full advantage of it.
The tag gets 1. Over to second, a double play. Four to 2, the final score tonight. The Orioles rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious.
Double, home run, single. Double, home run, single. Ah! I got subbed out. I got benched. Or more like what they call rested. I got subbed out.
Afternoon baseball here on the show. Today we've got a good matchup ahead between the Baltimore Orioles and the Texas Rangers. Major League Baseball on the show starts now. Shelby Miller, a right-hander from the state of Texas, is the man on the mound here. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, hitters have had their way with this guy this year. This is a stat any pitcher doesn't want to have attached to him. The league hitting over 300. That's righties and lefties hitting over 300 against this guy. That's something he's going to drastically have to improve on.
So digging in now, Jimmy Palmero, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. First pitch on its way. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the first pitch today is taken for strike 1. Fellas, this Rangers ball club, as they begin play, they do come off a victory their last time out. However, that came on the heel. Standing in, Anthony Clark, and he's the reigning American League Player of the Month. from the stretch. Fouled off. Palmero over at second. De La Rosa at first with no outs. Fouled away. The 0-2 pitch. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Back goes to Shields. Still going back. And this one is gone. A home run. So a 3-run blast to deep center here. Home run number 54 thus far. And the Orioles have now taken a 3-0 lead.
Well, Dero, you know, they say records are made to be broken, and what a monster year this guy's had.
Yeah, there it is, Dan. Most RBIs in one season. I can't begin to tell you as a former offensive player what that means. You want to put biscuits in the basket, runs scored in ribbies, and this guy's the best in the business right now.
Pedro Cortez is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Gets him to swing at a pitch down and out of the zone, 1-2.
Offered at that breaking ball below the zone, and that's a tough one to spit on. But the key is recognizing it coming out of the pitcher's hand earlier and making sure that it goes up before it comes down. More likely to be a hanger when that's the case.
And here's a ball lifted back toward the stands in right, so we'll try it again at 1-2. Now the pitch.
That's ball 2.
So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
You know, Dero, he is a pitcher's best friend, Clyde Washington. Down in the strike zone, he'll definitely call that ball right at the knees.
If he's consistent with it, Dan, which Clyde always is, I'm okay with it.
Got him. So here's Trey Mancini. In 8 at-bats in the series, he's collected 3 hits. First pitch of the at-bat. And that misses, ball 1. And it's fouled away. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
Well, I think he just kind of lost focus on the mound right there. It's clearly not going his way, and he's thinking more about that than the task at hand. And right now he needs to think about this hitter.
3 runs already home here. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball.
It's clear he just hasn't been able to find any rhythm out there. Pretty much unable to hit any of his spots, and now he's at 3-1, and he's put him into another great hitting count.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
When you get yourself to a 3-1 count and you get a fastball, those are the ones you really want to punish. Couldn't get the bat on it, so we'll see if that comes back to haunt him.
Do something with it. Let's go.
Skied into straightaway right. Mazara's under it. 2 gone. Now batting, DJ Stewart. He's hitless in the first 2 games of the series, 0 for 8.
Number 24.
Get your pitch. Try it.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. So striding forward now, Anthony Clark. He went deep in his first at-bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here. Pitch on the way. 0-1 pitch on its way. Boy, and here's a drive deep left field, and the long ball's going to bite him for the third time today as this one is gone. A home run.
I want to see why it came down.
His second home run of the game as the Orioles have opened things up now 5-0.
It came down, if you haven't noticed.
Well, that was this lineup's third homer of the game.
Dan, they're absolutely not going to cover off the ball. I'm curious to get your take on this.
Oh, it hit the Ranger sign.
And here's the former prize Dodger prospect Willie Calhoun, hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second, and that's the first out. Trying to pick things up where we left off. Anthony Clark, 2 men on, 2 away here in the fourth.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So you might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
And he'll make it back to first as the throw won't get him.
When you're up by 7 runs any time in a game, let alone this early, it feels awfully good. They are hitting on all cylinders here, but they have to be careful not to let off the gas pedal now.
It's going game. I'm gonna ask you if you do this for me real quick.
Bring it.
Sorry, but the hand's shaking really bad.
Yeah, it's understandable.
I'm gonna give you an example. I screwed up 4 fucking tubes trying to put the moon on there.
Until your hand calms down, have me bring it to me.
Okay.
You can put the tobacco in, but rolling it until your hand calms down. Alright?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You might have to packet check it.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Pedro Cortez. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he misses with it for ball 4, so the bases will be loaded now with 2 away. Digging in to try it again, Trey Mancini. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
And it's times like these that a pitcher feels awfully lonely. I can see why he didn't want to be too aggressive. Last thing he wants to do is give up a grand slam to a dangerous hitter, but walking in a run is painful too. And here he is again, still with the bases loaded.
Got him. So the damage winds up not being as bad as it could have been as they'll strand the bases loaded. The side is retired. So they wind up with 2 in the inning, but it could have been a lot worse as they... So stepping in, Elvis Andrus. Now the 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
We take a look at the numbers up to this point. You see he's only given up 2 hits so far.
Anthony Clark will stand in again as we flash you back to the early stages of this ball game. There were fans still finding their seats as he launched his 2nd home run of the game as he was off to a fast start indeed.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th. So here's the left-handed bat of Rougned Odor. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. High in the air out to center field. Clark is underneath this one. As he puts this one away, the side is retired. Coming to the plate now, Anthony Clark. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, I understand that, Matty, but this guy's got...
It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. So a solo shot here to left center field. His third home run of the ball game, as this is now a 7-run ball game.
You want to go for another round?
3 home runs in one game. We've heard about the hat trick in hockey, but it's awfully hard to do that in a baseball game.
Anthony Clark will stride in again as he looks to join a very elite list. We take you back to earlier. This was home run number 3 in the ball game, as he'll try and join just a select few with 4 home runs in a single game. And Andrus will not be able to get there. It's a base hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Pedro Cortez.
Pedro Cortez.
0-2, here it comes. And there's strike 3, so we'll see now if they can manage to hold on to this huge lead as the side is retired. So it's no runs on a hit, no errors, and 2 men left on. Part of the order 3, 4, and 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Orioles 10 and the Rangers 2.
Yeah, and in this game, you always try to find a way to be hopeful. They win the first game of a new month and are now looking to keep it rolling the rest of the way.
10-2, the final in this game. Baltimore put up a 4 spot in the opening frame on the way to victory. Jeffrey Ramirez earns his 5th winner of the year. Shelby Miller allowed 7 earned runs to cross the plate in the losing effort. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Two home runs, single, ground out, home run, single. Two home runs, single, ground out, home run, single.
We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Tonight, we've got a good matchup in store between the Baltimore Orioles and the Detroit Tigers. Spencer Turnbull gets the call for Game 1 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, this guy comes into this start, Matt, having lost 2 of his last 3 starts, so you know he wants to get off on the right foot in this one. One of the keys, getting outs early and establishing his off-speed pitch repertoire early on in this one. We'll see if he can do that in this one here today.
At the plate, Jimmy Palmero. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. First offering on its way. First of 3 is underway on this Tuesday night as the opening pitch is taken for ball 1. So guys, these Tigers, as they begin play here tonight, they do come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've been giving ground in the division of late. They've won just twice in their last 7 games.
Yeah, Matty, this is a classic case of hitting is contagious. They scored a bunch of runs.
Now at the plate, Anthony Clark, and he'll be one to watch out for in this one. Very good numbers in recent games.
Here we go. Hey, keep it going.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hit pretty well out toward right center field. Going back is the right fielder. Still ranging back. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Solo shot to right center. Home run number 57 thus far. As the O's are on the board first, it's 1-0.
What a way to get things started while playing on the road. Top of the first and a big fly. Just like that, they take the lead.
Stepping in, Bartolo Rodriguez. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Bartolo Rodriguez.
That's popped up. De La Rosa has a play. Makes the play, 1 away. Striding in, Anthony Clark. And if you didn't know, he was recently awarded the American League Player of the Month award.
Hey, now. We got 2. Hey, let's go, big fella. He's right here.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Line drive, base hit into the left center field gap.
Chalk up another multi-hit game for this guy. He is absolutely on fire. He's been on a nice hot streak as of late, and I don't see it ending anytime soon.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Pedro Cortez. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. Slow roller out to short. Scooped up.
Come on, get here.
Throw on to first is going to be in time in the Oriole. So 2 outs now for the Tigers in their half of the fourth. And that means Kristen Stewart will dig in at the plate. pulled toward right center field. Center fielder on the run. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Settling in now, Anthony Clark. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and he's got to feel super confident right now. He's the only real offense in this game. Guys on the mound have been executing every pitch.
Castellanos is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first. Anthony Clark will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ballgame. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. And it appears they're going to give him the intentional walk here, so now they'll have a force at any base with 2 gone. Stepping up to the plate, Pedro Cortez. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Swing, and he pops him up. And this should get him out of it.
Go on.
Rodriguez is there as he makes the catch, and they'll tight rope out. Leave him low. Now at the plate, Anthony Clark. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. Oh, this is hit high and deep out to left. Gone into the home bullpen for a home run. A solo shot here to left, his second of the game, as the Orioles move in front now 4-1.
They still have the bottom of the ninth to try and stage a comeback, but one thing that's not coming back is this blast to extend the lead to 3. Nice knowing you've got some room for error. Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect the
I'll take for the pops, though.
2 the final score tonight. The Baltimore Orioles jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Stephen Worth earns his 5th winner of the year as he goes 6+ innings and allows only a pair of base hits. Hector Rondon earns the save out of the bullpen, his 10th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and Heidi Watney, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
Yep.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Orioles. 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors.
I'm taking a break. I'll catch you guys on Monday.